What psychology helps me do personally is to understand some of those interpersonal relationships. I teach a graduate course in human-computer interaction. So these are MA and PhD students who come from a number of different departments around the university, from geography, from psychology, from computer science, from information technology, and a few others, who are studying formally at a graduate level human-computer interaction, how we design technology to better fit with human cognitive ability. I grew up with black and white TVs and no such thing as a remote control. We grew up with wired telephones and that had a nice little rotary dial. Coming from or being first immersed in technology from a telecommunications perspective means that I was always thinking about how the rest of technology translates into a mobile environment. I was absolutely certain that the kinds of things that we were seeing just sitting on desktops then were going to migrate into something that would end up being carried in our pockets. I finished my master's in psychology at the University of Waterloo in about 1979. And so what happens after a master's degree is you start looking around for a PhD. At the time, just shortly after I finished my master's, a couple of people from Carleton came to give a talk. And what they came to give a talk about was this new field that they had sort of stumbled upon, which was called a number of different names: user-computer interaction, human-computer interaction, but basically the idea was using psychology to study technology. Just about that time, Bell Northern Research here in Ottawa, which was the research and development arm of the company that most of us call Nortel Networks, they were looking for an 8-month student intern. The internship that I had was exactly in the kind of human-computer interaction field that I was trying to do my PhD on. First thing they did was they said, here's a plane ticket, find yourself a place in Northern California, in Silicon Valley, specifically in Mountain View, California, and spend half your time there, half your time in Ottawa. So I thought I'd died and gone to heaven. This was a great idea. Somebody was paying me to fly to Northern California a couple times a month, had my own apartment there, were paying for my rent there. I was designing the user interfaces for a couple of products at the time. One of them, for example, was what ended up being called Meridian Messenger, which was at its peak, I think it was the #2 voicemail system in the world. There was just this growing awareness of and growing interest in how technology might change our lives. So, for example, one day that I was in the Northern California region, the local paper, the San Jose Mercury, which is basically the main paper of the area, its front page story was, "Lisa has arrived." And for that to make headline front page news of a newspaper is kind of a testament to how important technology was starting to become to that particular area.